Welcome to Sports Chat with Greg and Bryan. Greg,
I'm Greg.
and I'm Bryan. Uh, we are going to discuss something that, at this point, it's part of the college landscape, NIL and the transfer portal and all that sort of stuff. But something came up today that I went, okay, now it's getting really, really wacky. Okay, this is getting to be a point where this is wrong. And I'm pointing my finger at you, and I'm not pointing it at you. I'm pointing it at a certain number of people, and we'll get into that. Um, Before we get started, if you like the video, please click the little like button down there. And if you subscribe, we'd appreciate that very much.
I think you're pointing at me, Bryan. So
I'm not pointing at you. I'm pointing at somebody else, and I'm going to point at them in just a second.
okay, well, let's get to it then, Bryan. Let's see who you're going to be pointing at.
I'm pointing my finger at the NCAA. What have you done? Do you really realize what you, NCAA, have done?
Do you think there's anything the NCAA could have done to stop this? And I am no
Yes,
fan of the NCAA.
yes, I do. I think that they could have thought it out a little bit more because this is getting really, really wacky.
I
And
mean, they fought this battle for a long, long time, and they finally had to succumb to it.
okay,
So, but
well, yeah, let's get
let's get
into
into the weeds
this
of it.
because
And I'm not protecting the NCAA.
neither am I. Okay, the whole NIL thing, which I don't have a problem with. I don't, because these kids and,
Well, they're not kids.
well, okay, these young men and young women, they go to the university, especially like in football and basketball, the big uh, money generating uh, teams. They use those kids' pictures, they use their names, at least they did, and they use that to make money.
Well, they used their likeness originally. That's where it comes from. Like Reggie Bush, when he was on the cover of PlayStation's college football game you could play, it had number 4 USC colors, but it didn't have his name on there. So they started with their image and likeness,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're using their name all the time. So that's where it started.
But the thing about it, and that's fine. It doesn't matter where it starts. My issue with it is that the universities, they put out posters and they use these kids, sorry, these young men and women to draw people into their games.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the money goes to the university. Now I know the other side of that is the kids are being paid, they're being given a scholarship to play basketball or to play baseball or football or softball or whatever it is. It's not the same.
So technically, they're getting paid because they're not having to pay money. All debts are paid, so there's somebody else paying for that. But I'm, by the way, Bryan, I'm in agreement. They deserve to get paid something, okay? Because when you get a scholarship, you can't go get a job at all. So let's just say you get a partial scholarship and it doesn't pay for everything. You need to go work at a pizza place or something like that. You can't do that.
Right.
That's not right. I mean, unless you're SMU, who paid everybody to come there, right? And they got
Well,
the supposed death sentence.
but SMU, there's nothing that SMU did that is not being done now.
100%. I mean, it's completely different. But back then it was illegal.
And
I mean, I have my beefs with it because Reggie Bush did the exact same thing that Cam Newton did at Auburn, and because Auburn's in the SEC and
okay,
USC's in the Pac-12, USC lost their championship. Reggie Bush lost his Heisman, but Cam Newton was given everything.
okay, well,
I mean, I have my beef with the NCAA,
okay.
but that's because I'm a USC honk.
This is so, and this is just a little bit of what it means, right? That before this NIL thing, college athletes could not be paid. You think about it. The university says we're going to send the football team to this car dealership because that's one of our supporters. And the guys on the football team show up at the car dealership. They're in the commercial, but their image, their name can be used and they get nothing for it.
Yeah.
And so NIL says, all right, if that's going to happen, you can now make money from that.
So let me interrupt here because putting the scholarships aside,
Mhm.
when these advertisements come out in football games, basketball games, and they talk about the university, about what the university is doing, and they have kids, these young adults, that are in the thing talking about, Michigan is great at science, and they show these kids in the science department. They're using those kids' name, image, and likeness as well, and those kids aren't getting a dime, and they're paying to go to school.
Right.
So how far does NIL go? Does it only go to athletes, or does it go to anybody that gets that the school uses to attract other people to come to the school?
I had not thought of
That's why I'm here.
that. So,
Anyway, get on with the
right.
rest of this.
So, right. What this is saying is that a player can use their name, they can use their image, they can use their likeness, whatever it is, and they can make money off of that. And it doesn't go against their amateur status, right? It's just saying that if if Joe Schmo has an Instagram account, has 4 billion followers, then and there's advertisements that are run on his Instagram account, then the money he makes off of that is his. And it's not a penalty to him. So they can profit off of themselves off the field.
So the other thing is there are players. I don't know if we're going to get into this further, but there are players that will change schools to get more NIL money from
We will
each
talk
school.
about
Okay,
this.
cool.
Yeah. No,
I mean, they're still amateurs in terms of salary, but what really does amateur status
okay.
mean to
Well, now,
somebody?
okay, just don't get ahead of
I'm
this.
just
I know.
moving along. All right, there we go.
The school does not pay NIL money. Those kids that are in commercials for, to say Michigan is great, the school cannot pay them to be in those commercials. The A booster can, but the school can't. Therefore, it's not pay for play, and it doesn't make the athletes employees of the university.
Keep going.
There's a difference. All right. The school cannot pay the athlete. Okay. The collective is paying them. So you've got a booster fund, and the boosters raise money to, for whatever they're going to raise it for. And then that money then ends up going to the players. So it's not the school that's paying them, it's the boosters, which is what SMU did. They had boosters that paid players to play at SMU, gave them cars, did all that sort of stuff. And SMU got the death penalty for it. But that's all it was. And so the boosters say, hey, you know what? This guy, we're going to give you $1.5 million to come and play at our school. All you have to do is show up for a couple of car dealership commercials, show up at a couple of functions, and it's all good. That's what your money goes to.
That's something, unfortunately, we'll probably have to dig into a little bit deeper, but I know that some of these schools are starting to do some other things worse. Like Utah
Okay.
has now joined with Otro Capital, $500 million capital university athletics program. And Otro Capital is a New York based firm, and they will control the money.
Well, that just is one step off of the university. The university is going, hey,
Absolutely.
we don't have, it's not us. It's just another layer of protection for them that they've got their hands off. It's nothing to do with us.
It's interesting to see what's going to go on with that because I know that also that the Big Ten is looking at like a $2 billion agreement for all of Big Ten or Big 18 or whatever they are. I mean,
It's still the Big Ten, even though there's like 24 schools in
there's
it.
18 teams in football.
But you know what? It doesn't say that they're the big math majors. It says the Big Ten.
Yeah, but
Well, and the Big 12 is what, like 16
I
teams
mean, the
also.
Pac-10 was the Pac-10 last year with 2 teams in it. All right, go
All right.
Washington
Yeah.
State.
That's the difference, is that NIL money doesn't come from the university. It comes from booster clubs. The bigger the
Well,
booster club,
it comes from people that want to, like this Otro Capital. They're going to go out and raise funds from outside of boosters.
okay, but all the same, that's all right. It's not coming from the university. But see, this is also, and we're going to get into this thing here in just a second. This is also part of the problem, and the NCAA created this problem. The transfer portal, the this is going to just add to the madness. So let's stop here and move, and then
Move on to it at another session.
right,
Sounds great.
because I don't
So,
want to inundate everybody with all of this. I mean, just you
so,
might know all about it, but
so right here, if you like what we're talking about, you please like and subscribe to the channel.
yeah, like the video, please.
Subscribe
Subscribe
to
to
the
the
channel.
channel.
Leave your comments of what you like or don't like about it.
Right.
And
Are we right? Are
wrong,
we wrong?
indifferent,
Let us know.
let us know. We'll see you on the other side.